Hey everybody, welcome back. Ball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Brewers is Moose Haas, whose record is 4-6 with a 4.63 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 2-4 with a 7.96 ERA. And so we won 3 out of 4 against the Mariners, and we won in the 12th inning in the last game we played. And it was actually a really entertaining game. It's always fun to win, but it's just that much sweeter when it's at least entertaining. And so I'm pleased with the way our pitchers have been going these last 3 starts. We have our number 5 starter, Bruce Robbins, on the mound today, as we face the Brewers for the first time all season. They are the last of the American League teams that we have yet to face, and so we're looking forward to that. But there has been 2 significant trades in the last 2 days off. As you can see here, I'm not sure why there was consecutive days in the schedule, but we jumped ahead to this game here. So we'll take a look real quick. I'll show you. We had a trade where Chet Lemon on the last place White Sox was traded to these Milwaukee Brewers. So we're going to see Lemon today. He went 2 for 3 in his first game as a Brewer. And Lemon is one of my favorite Tigers of all time. He was actually traded to Detroit in the 1981 season. And so if you take a look at the title card for today's game, you'll see that Chet Lemon is one of the 4 Tigers listed, shown there. Actually, I guess 5 Tigers if you actually include the Tiger Cub on there. And then Ty Gainey was sent back to the White Sox from Milwaukee, and it looks like he's going to take over the center field position, as he went 1 for 3 in his first game as a White Sox center fielder. The other trade, a pretty big deal as well. Gary Matthews was traded from Cleveland to the Astros. You can see here that the Indians got Matthews from the Braves last season, about halfway through. And so he's been on the Indians team, probably their best hitter, their most consistent hitter. And so maybe the best option for a trade, as Houston sends back a rookie relief pitcher, Jeff Calhoun, and also Mark Portugal, who is in single A. Mark Portugal, you might remember, being a pretty solid starter in the majors for several years. So 2 big trades there, and we will see if Chet Lemon has himself a good game against his future Tigers team. I guess it's hard to say in this alternate reality. So here's Bruce Robbins, available today as everyone is in the bullpen with 2 days off in a row. Looks like everybody, I probably could have skipped Robbins and went right to Jack Morris, but we're kind of out of it already, 9.5 games back. So, we go with what we got here. We are playing against Moose Haas, who's a righty, and why is this messed up? I don't know. We're going to do some quick switching around, and I guess this did not get reset from yesterday's game. We're going to get Reggie back in there at DH, and Gary Hancock's back in there. We faced a lefty in the last start, so that's why things are a little bit jacked up here. So there we go. And that feels right. There we go. Okay. So there's our lineup for today. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Brewers. Batting leadoff and catching today is Dave Sachs. Batting second at second base is Jim Gantner. Batting third at first base is Jim Paciorek. Batting cleanup in center field is Gorman Thomas. Batting fifth and DHing is Cecil Cooper. Batting sixth in left field is Larry Heisel. Batting seventh at third base is Don Money. Batting eighth in right field is Marshall Edwards. And batting ninth at shortstop is Ed Romero. So no Chet Lemon in center field. I guess they put Gorman Thomas in there today. And here's Bruce Robbins. His rating is so high overall, but he has not been so good this year for us. We'll take a look here. He's lost 2 in a row. He went 1 in the third innings 2 games ago, giving up 4 runs and 5 hits. Bounced back a little bit. Pitched 6 innings against Toronto, giving up 3 runs. And overall, he's 2-4 with that 7.96 ERA. More walks than strikeouts. Opponents are batting .348 against him, so not great. And so here is Dave Sachs getting the start because Charlie Moore is injured as Robbins strikes out Dave Sachs to start the game. 1 down. Next up is Jim Gantner, lefty on lefty. And Gantner grounds out to first. That's 2 down. It's going to bring up Jim Paciorek. I'm assuming he is the younger brother of Tom Paciorek. And Jim gets a base hit to right and then stretches it into a double. So runner in scoring position for Gorman Thomas. And Thomas pops it up right on the first base chalk line. And it's caught by JT for the third out. So we go to the bottom of the first. No score. Here is the Tigers lineup for today. Batting leadoff in center field is Ricky Henderson. Batting second at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting third in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting fifth at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting sixth in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting eighth and catching is Lance Parrish. And batting ninth at third base is Tommy Brookins. Moose Haas. Pitching today for the Brewers. This is his 15th start. He's 15-11 last year with a 3.86 ERA through almost 250 innings. Only had 107 Ks. Pretty typical of this era. He's 4-6 this year, 95 innings pitched, 55 Ks. So he's much improved strikeout to innings pitch ratio. He does have 1 complete game this year. Last year he had 3 shutouts. All right, so here is Ricky. 2 for 12 against Moose Haas in his career with 2 home runs. He rips a line drive to left. That's going to be caught by Larry Heisel for the first out. So 1 down. Next up is Sweet Lou. Haas walks Whitaker. Runner on first for Gibby. Gibby, ground ball base hit that just gets past Ed Romero at shortstop. That's the first hit for the Tigers today. So first and second now for Trammell. Trammell struggles against Moose Haas. 1 for 10. And he flips it into a right center field. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. A 90% chance against Marshall Edwards. Decent arm. We're going to say yes, and Whitaker is safe at third. Never want to make the third out at third, but worth the risk here in the first. It's going to bring up JT. Had a little bit more success against Haas, 3 for 8 with a home run. And he pops it up on the infield. Looks like Gantner's going to make the play on the outfield grass to the right of second base, and that's going to do it for the first inning. We go to the top of the second. No score. Here's Cecil Cooper batting .306 versus lefties, and he strikes out 2 Ks for Robbins. Up next is Larry Heisel. And I think we mentioned this in other outings, but he did lead the American League twice in RBI back when he was on the Twinkies. Ground ball by Heisel to Thompson at first, and he steps on the bag for the second out. Next up is Don Money getting a spot start at third. Ground ball to Trammell at short, and Trammell boots it. He had 2 errors in the last game we played, and that's 3 errors now. So not too strong defensively for Tram, as Edwards hits it right back to Robbins, and that'll do it for the top of the second. We go to the bottom half with Gary Hancock leading off. He's probably our hottest hitter right now, batting .324 in his last 20 games, but no home runs. So we could use a long ball here, as the Tigers do lead the American League in homers, as Hancock grounds out to third. Next up is Reggie. Reggie's looking washed up, batting only .190 since his trade to Detroit. He grounds out to first. It's going to leave it up to Lance Parrish, and he hits a ground ball to short, and that is the third out. So 1-2-3 inning for Moose. We go to the top of the third. Here's Ed Romero. You see he's wearing a Tigers hat in his photo there. He did finish his career as a Tiger. And he's going to pop it up into foul ground. On the first base side, there's 1 down. And back to the top of the lineup with Dave Sachs. Sachs strikes out for the second time. 3 Ks overall for Robbins. Next up is Jim Gantner, and he's going to get a base hit to center field. Is that that's the second hit for Gantner? Or no, it was Paciorek that had the other hit. That's right. And then Gantner tries to steal second, and Parrish guns him down for the third out. So we go to the bottom of the third. Not a lot going on so far. Tom Brookins leads off the bottom of the third by striking out only the first K for Moose Haas. Next up is Ricky. Base hit down the left field line, and he's got himself a triple. We've said this before. Ricky Henderson did not get a lot of triples in his career, only 66 in real life, and that's only his 10th overall as a 22-year-old. So runner on first, and we need Sweet Lou to get a fly ball to the outfield. Oh, he strikes out. 2 down. We need a clutch hit here from Gibby. Oh, that's even better. That is a long ball into right center field, 393 feet. The 6th home run for Gibby. If it wasn't for Trammell, Gibson would probably be our player of this year, batting over 300 with those 6 home runs. His first full year as a Tiger. And Trammell with 2 down. Grounds out to first, but the 2-run shot by Gibson gives the Tigers a 2-0 lead, and we go to the top of the 4th. Jim Paciorek leading off. Ground ball to second. Whitaker scoops it and tosses him out. 1 down. Next up, Gorman Thomas. Thomas, ground ball to short. That's 2 down. It's going to leave it up to Cecil Cooper. Ground ball to first. Another 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, I was counting my chickens. As JT boots it. And that's the second error for the Tigers today. Playing with fire with Larry Heisel coming up. Ground ball to Thompson. And he fields it cleanly this time. So nothing but a couple extra pitches by Robbins. Our pitchers have been so good. Even Bryn Smith, who pitched yesterday's game, now that we've given him an assigned catcher, that seems to be getting the job done, as we've won 2 of his 3 starts since we've done that. Base hit by JT to lead off the bottom of the fourth. 4 hits for the Tigers. Okay, well, we got a 2-0 lead. We're going to let Gary Hancock swing away since he's hot. Boy. He's going to pop it up into foul ground. There is the first out of the inning. I'm going to let Reggie swing away. Ground ball to first, and that'll be an easy double play. Oh, no, I guess they could not turn it as Jackson, hustling to keep his job in the majors, beats out the double play. So Reggie's on first, and big wheel Lance Parrish flies out to right. So we go to the top of the fifth. 2-0 Detroit. Here's Don Money leading off against Bruce. Money hits a fly ball to center. Caught by Ricky. 1 down. Next up is Marshall Edwards. 3-1 count, and he hits a fly ball to center. There's 2 down. Bruce Robbins, 63 pitches, and he walks his first batter, the number 9 hitter. You never want to walk the number 9 hitter. So Romero's on first, and then Dave Sachs follows it up with a base hit. Okay, we've got ourselves a left-hander up, Jim Gantner, only batting .242 versus lefties, a .275 OBP, and he strikes out. So good job by Robbins. He's through 5. He's only given up 3 hits and a walk. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Tom Brookins leads off the bottom half of the 5th inning here with a pop-up into foul ground on the third base side. Play is made by Don Money. So Molitor has the day off today. Chet Lemon's not playing. Who else is missing from this everyday lineup? I guess they're just sitting some of their guys. As Ricky strikes out. So 2 down for Sweet Lou. And there we go. It's a base hit into left center field gap. All the way to the wall. And Whitaker's got himself a double. 5 hits for Detroit. And I think Whitaker leads the Tigers in doubles. That is his 13th. Not too shabby. So it's going to bring up Gibby. He's 2 for 2 with a home run against Moose. And there's a ground ball to short. And Romero makes the play. We're going to 6. 2-0 Detroit. And I think this is where we need to keep an eye on Bruce Robbins, who's been pretty solid so far. He walks the number 3 hitter, Jim Pachorik. It's going to bring up slugger Gorman Thomas. He's got 8 home runs. Oh, no, back-to-back walks. So we're going to guard the lines against Cecil Cooper here. This might be the last batter. He is a lefty. There's a blooper into left center field. And it's going to be caught. There's an out. Pachorik cannot tag up. And, man, he hasn't given up any runs. He is at 89 pitches. Got a bunch of strong hitters coming up. I feel like he's batting .250. Sorry, I'm talking this out in real time. So Heisel does not hit lefties well. We're going to give him a shot here. Ground ball to short. Let's turn 2. There we go. Okay, a little faith in the number 5 starter. And we've got ourselves a shutout here now through 6. Trammell leading off the bottom of the 6th with his first hit of the game. Do we want to go for 2? We're going to say no. And you know what? We're going to flip it over to the end-game stats. I almost forgot. Player of the game so far, it's got to be Gibby, at least from the lineup perspective. Otherwise, I think at this point we got to give it to Bruce. So runner on first, and JT flips it down the left field line. He's got himself a double. Trammell coasts into third, and it's second to third. Nobody out for Gary Hancock. Now last year, this was a guaranteed hit from Hancock. This year, it's a ground ball to short. And they do get a run. Okay, I was confused there for a minute. I thought they went home, but they only get Hancock at first. We'll take the RBI. 3-0 Detroit. All right, Reggie, come on, let's do something here, buddy. There we go, into the right center field gap. Thompson scores easily. And, wow. Yeah, we're going for 3 for Reggie. And Reggie's safe at third. 4-0 Detroit. We got a little bit of everything going on now. Hitters are coming through, and pitching is looking good. Parrish grounds out to second. That's going to score Jackson from third. It's 5-0 Detroit. Here's Tommy Brookins. Oh, Brookins flipping it into the right center field bleachers. And that is another home run from Brookins. This time from the number 9 spot, his 5th home run of the year. And it's 6-0 Detroit. They're going to keep Moose Haas in there. He's given up 6 runs now. And then a walk to Ricky. And that's going to bring in the hairiest man alive, Dwight Bernard. 9th game. He's 1-0 with a 3.38 ERA. Improved over last year, but that 11 walks and 6 Ks, that is a bad ratio there. So it's almost 2-1. Yeah, I could do basic math. Probably didn't expect that from me. Oh, and then Bernard strikes out. Sweet Lou. We're going to the 7th. I feel better about keeping Robbins in there another inning, even though he's at 92 pitches. He's got a 6-run lead. Let's see what he's got as money. Hits a ground ball to Sweet Lou. There is 1 down. Next up is Marshall Edwards. Ground ball to Trammell. 2 down. Ed Romero up next. Ground ball right back to Bruce. And Bruce tosses him out. A 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. We go to the bottom half. 6-0 Detroit. Here's Gibby. 2 for 3 with a home run today. Gibby grounds out to second. There's 1 down. Next up is Trammell walks. It's going to bring up JT, leading all of the major leagues in home runs with 14. And this is going to be a double play. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to stop calling him because I just assume when he hits the ball, it's going to be 2. But Trammell takes second. And there's a clutch hit from Hancock. Yeah, we're sending the runner home. We're up 6. And Trammell is safe. RBI single for Hancock. 7-0 Detroit. So 2 down. Gary's on first. And Mr. October gets a base hit into center. 2 for 4 for Reggie. It's going to bring up Lance Parrish. Parrish, base hit to left. Hancock scores and an error. Did he score on the error? Yes, Hancock advanced on the error by Larry Heisel. So I don't think that's an RBI, right? It's an unearned run. First and second, 8-0 Detroit. Here's Tommy. Tommy, ground ball, base hit. Gotta love this. Bases loaded now for Ricky. Every Tiger has a hit today. Let's see if we can get a big hit from Ricky. Nope. Popping it up to third. And Money makes the play. 8-0. The Tigers go to the top of the 8th. Bruce at 101. We gotta let him keep tossing it in there. Oh boy, there's a base hit to left. So that's going to bring up the lefty Jim Gantner. Let's see if we can turn 2 here. Robbins officially tired. Nope, that's it. He's lost it. Okay. Well, good job by Robbins bringing his ERA down to 6.52. But he is responsible for the 2 runners on. We're going to bring in, here in the 8th, we are going to bring in Roger Weaver. Why do I feel like we're missing? No, I guess it's. hasn't changed. So here's Roger Weaver. Runners at first and second. Weaver pitched in the last game. He did pretty well, right? Yeah, he got pitched a scoreless inning, struck out a batter, and he's going to have to face Jim Pachorik here. Runners on first and second, and he strikes out Pachorik. There's one down. It's going to bring up Gorman Thomas, batting 176 versus righties. And Stormin Gorman pops it up into foul ground on the first base side. And JT makes the catch. There's 2 down. Do we give him one shot against Cecil? I'm going to say no. I think it's just courting a couple free runs. We're not going to do that. We're going to bring in Dave Rucker. Cooper's still a tough out, batting 293 versus lefties. Oh, there's a base hit to left field. Sack scores, and it's 8-1. And now we've got a bunch of righties coming up. So Rucker, kind of a disappointment there. So here's Tobic facing Larry Heisel. Runners at first and third, 2 down, and a base hit to center. A little bit of a 2-out rally going here. RBI single for Heisel. Don Money's up next. And Money pops it up on the infield to Thompson. And there's the 3rd out. So the Brewers get a couple runs on the board. Both of those get tagged onto Robbins' line. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 Detroit. Sweet Lou leading off the bottom of the 8th. Flying out to right, 1 down. Next up is Gibby. Gibby popping it up to short right field. 2 down. Here's Trammell. This is a tough call for player of the game. I mean, giving those 2 runs really did hurt Robbins. I don't know who would get it at this point, but I guess we need to get through these last 3 outs. We're going to keep Tobic in there, have him finish out the game, if we can manage that somehow. Nope, there's a home run to left by Marshall Edwards. That is his 2nd home run of the year. All right, 8-3, Ed Romero. Romero hits a ground ball right back to Tobic. There's 1 down. Next up is Dave Sachs. Doesn't have a hit versus righties. Sachs flies out to right. Down to the final out with Jim Gantner. And Tobic strikes out Gantner to give the Tigers their 4th straight victory. That was a good win. We'll take it. Oh, and then Roger Weaver is going to be injured for 4 games. Got a sore hammy. That'll give us a chance to bring up someone from AAA. Think about that. No trade offers. Take a look at the standings real quick. 4 in a row. 9 games back, though. As Boston holds a 2-game lead over Baltimore. Milwaukee falls to 4.5 back. And let's take a look at transactions. Are there any other trades? Nothing new there. Just a contract extension for Fred Howard. 3 years, $130,000. I guess the White Sox are desperate for pitchers. And then Pascual Perez. Two Pittsburgh Pirates are injured, Dave Hilton and Perez. And then we lose Weaver for 4 games. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe. I always like the likes. I need subscribers. So if you're watching this and you are so inclined, go ahead and subscribe. Help me get to 1,000. That's the goal. I can start making money doing this. Wouldn't that be great? Let's see. Player of the game. Wow. I think we want to give it to... I think we got to give it to Gibby. Gibby got us on the board with the 2 runs in the 3rd. And we're going to give it to Gibson. Bruce Robbins gets the win. He's 3-4 now. And Robbins has his ERA under 7 for the first time all season. Moose Haas takes a loss. He's 4-7. Edwards got his second home run. Gibby his sixth. Brookins his fifth. And that's going to do it. So thanks again for watching, everyone. We're going to come back tomorrow with game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.